So once again, I would like to welcome you back and I would like to tell you that I will be addressing the JEE Mains paper solution of 2023 in front of you. So let's get started. So coming to the question number 1, in which of the following is not a sustainable development goal targeted to be achieved by 2030? So first most important thing is sustainable development goals is targeted to be achieved by 2030. This is also very important. So the four options you have given the goals, you have to pick out the one which does not lie under the sustainable development goals. So first of all, talking about sustainable development goals, so what it is? So it was adopted by the United Nations in 2050, adopted by United Nations in the year which is important in the 2015. As a universal call, it was to action to end poverty, protect the planet, and ensure that by 2030 all people enjoy peace and prosperity. So this was the main motto of the Sustainable Development Goals, in which total there are 17 goals to transform our world. So looking to the all the goals one by one. So the first one was no poverty, second is zero hunger, third is good health and well-being, fourth is good quality, then we have gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry, innovation and infrastructure. Then we have reduced inequalities. Goal number 11 is sustainable cities and communities. Goal number 12 is responsible consumption and production. Goal number 13 is climate action. Goal 14 is life below water. And the goal number 15 is life on land. 16 is peace, justice and strong institution. 17 we have partnership for the goals. So the important thing to remember about the goal number with its motto, that goal number 1 is saying about no poverty, second is talking about zero hunger. Also you should remember the logo. Sometimes questions may ask with the logo that the name of the goal will be given to you and you have to match it down or find it out that which logo or which symbol is representing this goal. So the gender equality, so we have gender equality in goal number 5. Second is zero hunger. Zero hunger we have it in goal number 2. Good health and well-being. So good health and well-being is also the goal of our sustainable development goals. The next ones we have space research. So space research does not lie under the 17 goals of sustainable development goals. So the odd one odd will be space research. Next is we have Kandariya Mahadev temple is situated in which of the state? So Kandariya Mahadev temple is situated in Madhya Pradesh. Now just look at its image. This is Kandariya Mahadev temple. So for what purpose it is famous? It is the largest and most ornate Hindu temple in Madhya Pradesh. Okay. Kandariya Mahadev temple is located in the Chhatraughar district of Madhya Pradesh. It is in the village of Khajuraho. So the important thing you need to remember is Khajuraho, MP. We have our Kandariya Mahadev temple. Also this temple was built by Chandela rulers, and the important thing is one more, that it lies under the UNESCO World Heritage Site. So these points were important under Kandariya Mahadev temple. Next is you have to pick vertical elements in a building R. Okay, so the options are given to you, three options in every option number. So you have to find out that which of the following all the three lies under the vertical elements in a building. So first of all, talking about the column. So look, this is your column. Here's the image, this one. So column are structural elements that transit load from a structural slab. So these are your columns, these are your structural element, and its work is to transit the load from where it is written, from the structural slab. This horizontal part is your slab, and the column functions as the main element which transit the load of the slab to its foundation and the ground beneath it, to this foundation and the ground which lies below. So this is the function of the column. And the important thing is often they are vertically oriented. They are vertically, they are not horizontally oriented. So the first one was column. Second is you have post. When we talk about the post, so as you can see in the image, this is your post. Okay, the post is a main vertical or leaning support. It may be vertical or it may be a leaning support in a structure similar to a column or pillar. It will be similar to column or pillar, but how it is different. Like when this post, see, the term post generally refers to a timber, but maybe metal or stone. So when we talk about, suppose there is a column which may be made up of a timber, metal or stone, then we used to symbolize it as in the term which is known as the post. But the purpose is almost same, and they are also the vertical elements, and their function is also to transit the load from the horizontal slab to the vertical beneath your ground. Next is we have pier. This is also very important. A pier in architecture is vertical support for a structure or superstructure such as an arc or bridge. See, in this image as you can see, this is your pier, this part. And what is function? Is a vertical support. See, this is your vertical support for a structure or superstructure such as an arc or a bridge. See the word arc and bridge, it is symbolizing from here. So this is your arc. So it is acting as a vertical support in this image, and throughout you have your arches, or this one your arches, bridge. So here also this part will be known as your pier. So in this way we can categorize the column, post and the pier. So these three all are vertical elements. So the option number 3 will be your correct answer. Next is you have, if we talk about the lintel, so lintel is a horizontal element above every opening, like above your door or window, you will get to see your lintel. So in option number 1 you have lintel, in option number 2 also you have lintel. That's why these two options are wrong. When you come to option number 4, you have floor. Floor is also a horizontal element, it's not a vertical element. That's why this is also wrong, and the correct one is option number 3. Next is cavity walls are used for. So what is the purpose of the cavity wall? See, as you can see in the image, this is the image of a cavity wall. So in cavity wall, you have a gap in between two walls. See, this is the one layer of wall and this is the second layer of wall, and here is your gap. This is 2-inch minimum cavity. So cavity walls are those which are constructed in that way that an empty space or cavity is left. As I was telling to you, there is a cavity in between the two walls, also known as hollow wall. It can also be symbolized by hollow wall. And what is the purpose? A little space is lifted between these two walls. So there is a little space between two walls for insulation purpose. These two walls having little space between them for insulation purpose are known as leaves of the cavity wall. So this uh, this gap in between the two walls, so this it can be said as these are the leaves of the cavity walls, in which out wall is called external. So the wall which will be on the outer side of the building, that will be called as your external wall, and the that is called your external leaf, and the internal wall is called internal leaf. So when you talk about the gap, that how much gap is between the cavity wall, so that gap lies between 4 to 10 centimeter. Okay, so the purpose of the cavity wall is heat insulation. It is not for waterproofing or aesthetic or cost saving. It is basically to create an insulation. Next question is lintel is related to. So what is lintel? A lintel is defined as a horizontal structural member which is placed across the opening. So see, as this is your window and this part, this is your lintel. So what it is? It is an horizontal member which is placed across the opening. See, this is your opening. Suppose this is your complete wall, and here you have your opening in the form of window, and above which you have your lintel. Fine, as you can see in this image, this is your window and this is your lintel above it. Please remember, above the opening. When we talk about the below part, then this will be called as your sill. Also, there are types of lintel. So lintel can be made up of brick, steel, stone, timber, concrete, reinforced brick. So lintel is related to window. If the option would be of door, then door will be also right answer. Basically, we use lintel above every openings. Opening can be in form of window and door also. But see here, you have roof. This is not possible. Roof is not an opening. Foundation is also not an opening. Pipe is also not an opening. So lintel is related to window. In the next question, you have given an image and the question is saying choose the correct option among the following by looking at the image given below. So you have to choose the name of the particular place or building, whatever is given to you in the image. So the correct answer is Jantar Mantar. See, Jantar Mantar, so it is located in New Delhi. So total it consists of 13 architectural astronomy instruments and it was built by Maharaja Jai Singh II of Jaipur. And the purpose of making Jantar Mantar was it was designed for the observation of astronomical position with the naked eye. They embodied several architecture and instrument innovations. So in Jantar Mantar you will get to see various astronomical positions or things which are related to those things by naked eye, because some things are because of its structure or its composition you will get to observe those astronomical positions through this Jantar Mantar building. Next question is asking about Architect Act, which was launched in the year 1972, was enforced in which month? Question is asking about the month. So it was came into act in the 31st of May in the year 1972. So in the Architect Act, it defines the term architect, provides for establishment of Council of Architecture, okay, and also it talks about what is the rules of the members, working duties and responsibilities of the council. The main purpose of the Architect Act 1972 as given in the preamble is to provide for the registration of architect. After completing the studies, how the someone will get registered and will get his license, and for matter connected therewithin, like in practice you need your license number. So for these purpose Architect Act was came, it has already came into force and extend to the whole of India. So clear. So the important is the year 1972 and the month and the date, which is your 31st of May. Next question you have, the dome of Rashtrapati Bhavan is influenced by which of the following? The dome of Rashtrapati Bhavan. So it is influenced by the stupa. So what is stupa? See, this is the dome of your Rashtrapati Bhavan and is this dome, like we can say the architecture of this dome is influenced by the stupa. So how it is influenced? The central dome is particularly inspired by Indian architecture. Okay, it is said to be inspired by the Buddhist stupa at Sanchi. So the Buddhist stupa, this is your Sanchi stupa at Sanchi. So this is so the bottom of the dome is surrounded by railing that can be also be attributed to the stupa of Sanchi. So this is the bottom of the dome which is surrounded by railing. Here also you have railing and in this part also you have your railing. So the concept of this Rashtrapati Bhavan dome was derived from the stupa of the Sanchi. Next is the largest river island of the world is present in which state of India? So the world largest river island is Majuli and it is located in the Assam. With the total area of 352 square kilometer, Majuli is the world's largest river island and it attracts tourists from all over the world. So please remember the name Majuli. It is an island in the Brahmaputra river, Assam. So this island lies above the your Brahmaputra river. And in 2016, it became the first island to be made a district in India. The most interesting part is this island itself is a complete district, and in 2016, it is named as a district. Fine. So the important is your Majoli, which is which is in Assam, and it lies above your Brahmaputra river. Next question is, who prepared the first layout of the town of Jamshedpur? So the layout of the whole Jamshedpur town was prepared by the Otto Koenigsberger. So this is the layout of your Jamshedpur. Now look about his motive for the layout plan of Jamshedpur. The primary motive of Koenigsberger was to implement garden city concept in his master plan of Jamshedpur, but his motive was partially satisfied. So he was trying to make something garden city kind of planning in Jamshedpur while he was making the plan of Jamshedpur. The major problem was that Jamshedpur did not develop as a garden city. Bastis has developed on the periphery of the industrial area. Bastis, okay. So his concept was to make it as a garden city, but as it is an industrial town, Jamshedpur. So the many bastis or the slum kind of condition, whatever, has been developed in the periphery of the industrial area. Below every industrial area, you will get to see an informal settlements like slum and bastis. So this kind of problem was started happening. So due to this reason, the garden city concept could not get implemented in the Jamshedpur. His contention was that linear growth along transportation arteries was the best solution to the problem. So what was his contention? That the linear growth along transportation arteries. Suppose this is your railway line, okay, or it might be your metro line. So the growth along these things, along your metro line, railway line. So this is a kind of linear growth. It might be the best solution for the Jamshedpur city problem possessed by the centric growth around the place of employment. So he was trying for something for the linear growth. Identify the historical monument which is given in the image. So a historical monument picture is given to you in the image, and the question is asking about the name. So this is your Sarnath Stupa. It is also known as the Dhamik Stupa. Is the most massive structure in Sarnath. In its current shape, the stupa is a solid cylinder of brick and stone. So this is your solid cylinder which is made up of brick and stone, reaching a height of 43.6 meter and having a diameter of 28 meters. So it is having a total diameter of 28 meters and its height is total of 43.6 meter. Please remember the name with the picture. It's very important. So this is your Sarnath Stupa, also known as your Dhamek Stupa. Next question is, who was known as father of Indian concrete? So the father of Indian concrete is John Cementon. Is the image of the John Cementon. So is the father of the modern concrete. Next is, who is the architect of TWA Airport, New York? So the full form of TWA is Trans World Airlines, New York. This is the image of the Trans World Airlines, which is in New York. And the architect is Aeroserinen. So the head house of the TWA Flight Center, designed by the Aeroserinen. So this is the name of the architect. So the main concept behind it is thin shell construction. As you can see, these shell type of structures consisting of a reinforced concrete shell roof supported at the corner. See, these all are supported at the corner. This is the corner. This is your corner. Okay. The design incorporates elements of the futurist, neo-futurist architectural style. So these were their design elements. And as you can see, the most important is thin cell construction with the reinforced concrete shell roof which are supported at the corners. Fine, please remember the name of the architect, the building and some of its architectural features. Next is, this is a numerical kind of question in which it is given to you starting from a point. So before solving these kind of questions, first try to make your direction symbology, which is the north, south, east and west, as I have mentioned over here. So you have to start a point. Okay, suppose this is your point. You have chosen a point over here. Okay. Maya walked 12-meter north. So she is walking 12-meter north. Fine. Now she has reached over here. She turned right and walked 10 meter. Now she turned right and walked for the 10 meter. Okay. So till now we have reached over here. She again turned right. Now she is again turning to the right and walked for the 12 meter. So now she has reached over here. And then she turned left. Now her left will be in this direction. She walked for the 5 meter. So this is your 5 meter. Now she has reached at this position. How far is she now? Please, after doing all this methodology, then whichever is your last step, the question is asking about in what context. Please read this part very carefully, that how far is she now and in which direction? From where? From the starting point. The question is asking from the starting point. So how far is she now from her starting point and in which direction? Consider the starting point is in south direction. Okay. So if you will look into this image, so your correct answer will be 15 meter, because right now she is over here. So this part is your 10 meter and this part is your 5 meter, which is total of your 15 meter. And she is in which direction? She is in east direction. See, this is your east and this was your north, south, this is your east and this was your west. So she is 15 meter east from her starting position, which was this one. So next question is, which of the following is not Pritzker Prize winner? Most of the time question asks about who is the Pritzker Prize winner of this year or this year, particular year. But it is asking about which of them is not a Pritzker Prize winner. So what is Pritzker Prize? So it is an international award given annually. It is given annually to recognize the contribution of the living architect. It has often been called as a Nobel Prize of Architecture. So in architecture, it is a kind of Nobel Prize of Architecture, the Pritzker Prize. So the important one is you have to learn the latest name of the architect, like for the year 2023 and for the year 2022, 21, 20. So please remember at least past 5 years is very important. So for the year 2023, we have David Allen Chipperfield. So he won the Pritzker Prize for the year 2023. And in the above given options, the one who does not receive is Dennis Scott Brown. He has not received any Pritzker Prize. When we talk about Vanshu, he has received in the year 2012, and B.V. Doshi in the year 2018. Okay, so remember the name, the year, and also the face of the architect with their name, year, and in which they have received the Pritzker Prize. Which of the following is not Antonio Gaudi's project? Is not Antonio Gaudi's project. So when we talk about Antonio Gaudi, so what he used to do, his design was mostly natural, organic designs, nature inspired Antonio Gaudi from the early ages. So in his design principle, you will get to see some natural features or organic type of design, in which you will get to see something like flower or leaf or this kind of structures. See, many of his building feature biomimicry. So what is biomimicry? A design style that mimics shape and pattern found in the natural world, like the shape of a leaf, shape of a shell. So these kind of things which are these shapes which are inspired from the natural world come under the biomimicry. He developed building technology for hyperboloid structure that curve as they extend upward, mimicking trees or caves. So as you can see all of his work. So these three are his famous work. Please remember these works of Antonio Gaudi with the image. So the Casa Milano is a pioneering destination for luxury home solutions. So it is a luxury home led by the visionary director Mr. Mohammad Azhar Sazin. Casa Milano aims to redefine the concept of elevated living standards. So the concept was elevated living standards of this building. Don't remember much, just important points are natural organic designs. Biomimicry was the design principle, the name of these three buildings with the image. Next is you have, which one of the following is most earthquake resistant structure? So earthquake resistance structure, the structure which resists the earthquake. So that is your RCC framed structure, reinforced cement concrete. See, the steel and reinforced concrete are stronger. So when we talk about the steel and the concrete, they are stronger, more ductile than timber, which means they are better able to resist the force. So they are of more ductile property when we are comparing it with the timber. So due to this reason, they can resist the force and stress more during the time of earthquake. See, these are some earthquake resistant. So this is an earthquake resistant building. Now look at its structural features. Here you have cross bracing, reinforced walls using two steel beams. Okay, with the help of cross bracings. Shock absorber. Here you have your shock absorber at the base. It absorbs the tremors of earthquake. So this is the purpose of the shock absorbers. When you talk about the shear wall, concrete walls with steel bars. These are your shear walls. So this is the concrete wall with steel bars in them to reduce rocking movements during the earthquake which used to shake the buildings. So by the help of these structural elements, we can resist the earthquake. So that's why we prefer RCC framed structure in the case of earthquake. Load bearing structure, you won't have any RCC elements or steel elements into that. So that's why it is not good for the earthquake resistant structure. Mud wall also doesn't have anything. Random stone masonry, this does not have any steel bars or any these types of elements like shock absorber on these things. So these things are like your cross bracings, observer, shear walls. It can be only possible with your RCC frame structures. That's why we use it for earthquake resistance. Next is you have chalk belongs to which category? Options given to you are rock, mineral, wood and polymer. So chalk is a rock. Chalk is a soft, white, porous, sedimentary carbonate rock, a form of limestone composed of a minerals calcites. So it is a soft, white, porous, sedimentary. Please remember sedimentary carbonate rock it is. This is the most important one. Next question is, what are the three parts of color theory? In a color theory, you have your three parts. So the three part is hue, value and chroma. See, this is your Munsell color system in which on the vertical axis he has placed the value. On the peripheral he has placed hue and radially he has placed your chroma. So this is your value. The when you go to 0, it value 0 in Munsell color system represents your black color and value 10 represents your white color. As we are moving upward, so we are getting into the whiter part from the black to white, and in between 5 you have your gray part. Next is your hue. Here you have your pure colors like your red, purple, and in the between secondary color which is red and purple. Here you have yellow. Here you have yellow, red in between this. Same like primary, secondary, tertiary color system. And in the chroma you have the same radial values like of blue. As you can see, this is the radial colors of blue. So hue refers to the dominant color family. As I told you, hue is the origin of the color. Chroma is the purity of a color. See, this is your chroma, this is the purity. As you're moving up, you're getting into the more purity. A high chroma has no added black. See, a high chroma means this is 0 and this is 12. So 12 is a high chroma. So it has no added black. But when you will move towards the 0, you will get black, and you can see in the image the blue color is getting little bit shade into it by adding the black color. And then it is coming to the 5. White or gray? No white or gray also into it. Second term is your saturation. So saturation refers how strong or weak a color is. Value refers to how light or dark a color is. Light having a high value. Okay, if any color, suppose there is a maroon color and there's a red color, so value refers to the how light or dark a color is. Light having a high value. So when you talk about the darkness or the lightness of any color, so you are comparing basically the value. Okay, light having a high value. Identify the 3 primary colors. Okay, so this is a very simple question. You have to identify the primary colors. So as you can see, this is your color wheel in which the primary colors are red, yellow and blue. Fine. Then we have our secondary color when we combine the 2 primary colors. So when we are combining blue with yellow, we get green. Okay. When we will combine yellow with the red, we will get orange. And on combining blue with the red, we will get our purple color. So in this way, secondary color is obtained from your primary colors. Same is for your, suppose you have your yellow and green over here. Okay, then by mixing the yellow and green, the third color which you will form, this is your tertiary color in between 2 secondary colors. So the correct answer is red, yellow and blue. See, there is a term primary. Okay, so primary colors you have yellow, blue and red. Next you get complementary. So the color opposite from each other on the color wheel. So color which lies opposite to the each other. Suppose these 2 colors are opposite, yellow, orange and blue, purple. They are completely opposite to each other. Here you have your yellow and purple. They are opposite to each other. When 2 colors will be lying at an angle of 180 degree, also you can say that will be your complementary color. Secondary, as you have seen, by combining 2 primary colors, we will get our secondary colors. Analogous color that are neighbors on the wheel. See, red, purple, red, orange. These are your analogous color. Then you have your tertiary. So tertiary is primary color and secondary colors mixed together. Then you will get your tertiary color. Okay. This this is also important, which is your monochromatic. A color with its tint and shades. Tint or color mixed with white. This is important. When a color is mixed with white, it gives you tint, and when it is mixed with the black, it give you the shade. Suppose this is your red color, and here we are mixing white to it. You will get this shade. You will again mix white color too. You will get more lighter shade. But even when you will mix black, so it will start getting more deeper, and hence you can see the result. This is the most deepest one. So this is the monochromatic color. When you will when we talk about the tint and shade of any color, this whole pattern can be called as your monochromatic. Next option, you have to mash down the every temple with the place they belongs to. So the first one is you have your Kamakhya temple. So Kamakhya temple is in Assam. Let's see. This is your Kamakhya temple. It has been molded out of the combination of two different styles. So the two different styles which make the Kamakhya temple is, the first one is your Nagara, which is in North Indian architecture style of the temple, and Mughal style of architecture. So the Kamakhya temple is composed of Mughal and the North Indian architectural style. And this combination of Indian and Mughal is called as Nilachala style of architecture. Okay, and this is the only temple in Assam having a fully developed ground plan, like no first floor, second floor, third floor plans. This is the whole temple lies on the ground floor only. So this was your Kamakhya temple, which is in Assam. Next is Padmanabha temple. So Padmanabhan temple is in your Kerala. See, this is your Padmanabhan temple. So its architectural style is Dravidian style of architecture. The temple was initially made of wood, but later it was constructed with granite. So first it was made up of wood, then further on it was made up of the granite. So this is also called as your Gopuram, the entrance wall, the entrance gate of any temple. C, as you have seen earlier, Kandariya Mahadev temple, which is in Khajuraho, Madhya Pradesh. Okay. D is your Karni Mata temple. So Karni Mata temple is in Rajasthan. So it was constructed by Maharaja Ganga Singh of Bikaner. So the entire temple structure is raised in marble. So this structure is completely made of marble, and its architecture envisages resemblance of the Mughal architecture. So, and somewhat its architecture style is resemblance of Mughal architecture. Karni Mata temple, which is in Rajasthan and made up of marble and symbolizes Mughal style of architecture. Next is you have given two statements, and in the options you have given that either both statement will be true, both will be false, one is true, second is false, or one is false or second statement is true. Now you have to read down the both statement very carefully. The first statement is saying that Shakti Sthal is the memorial in Rajghat marking the cremation site of Indira Gandhi. Okay. Second is A.P. Kanvinde is the landscape designer known for designing Shakti Sthal. So the first point is Shakti Sthal. So this is your image of your Shakti Sthal, which is in Rajghat, marking the cremation site of Indira Gandhi. Okay. And the statement number 2, this is wrong. A.P. Kanvinde is not the landscape designer of Shakti Sthal. The landscape designer of Shakti Sthal is Ravindra Bhan. So this is Ravindra Bhan, who has designed the landscape of the Shakti Sthal, which is basically a cremation site of Indira Gandhi. So the statement 1 is true, but the statement 2 is false. That's why option C is the correct answer. Next one you have, what is the full form of Uday? So the full form of Uday is Ujjwal Discom Assurance Yojana. So Uday was a scheme which was launched by the government, came into existence to enable a positive change in state owned. So it was basically for the power or energy distribution companies, Discoms, and it was a state owned, but the main objective was to provide an availability of affordable and accessible 24 cross 7 power supply to all the citizens. So Uday was launched to give the affordable for all, so that it can be of less rate and accessible, so that everyone, every citizen in every village or every place, they may get access to the power supply 24 cross 7. So this was the aim of the Uday scheme, whose full form is Ujjwal Discom Assurance Yojana. Next one is, what is the acronym for the Ayush? So the acronym for the Ayush is Ayurveda, Yoga and Naturopathy Unani, Siddha and homeopathy. As you can see, it is written over here. Please remember the logo of Ayush. Same for the Uday also. So this was launched by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Okay. So earlier it was ISMNH and later it was renamed as Department of Ayush. So this is very important. I only remember the full form of it. Ayurveda, Yoga and Naturopathy, Unani, Siddha and Homeopathy. Next question is, select the correct option from answer figure. So you have to select the correct option which will be best suitable to continue the same pattern. See, in the question, a pattern is given to you. Wait. So a pattern is given to you. Suppose this is your complete pattern, and the next one what they are doing, they are eliminating this part. In the second one they are eliminating this part and this part. So the question is asking, in the next pattern or the next image which will come after it, which one will suit the best. So as you can see, this is a complete 4 set. Here they have eliminated, now we are left with 3. Here they have eliminated 2 part, now we are left with the 2 lines only. So obviously in the fourth one we will have only one side of it and all the 3 sides will not be there. So the correct option can be B and C both, but please see the sequence and series. They are eliminating from the left side, that this one, this one, this one, like in your clockwise direction. Okay, first one is this, then second one, then they have removed the then they will remove the third one, and then we will left with only this part in clockwise direction. And this is not your right answer because it is in anti-clockwise. So the correct answer will be your option number C. Choose the correct option from the answer figures which complete the question series. So in question series, see, an arrow is going upward. Again, what is happening on this side? This arrow is going downward, but a second arrow, like in this one you have only one arrow, this one you have two arrow, here you have three arrow, here you have four arrow. So as per the pattern we can say that this one will be having five arrows. So let's see where you have five arrows. In option number A, B and D you have five arrows. See, there is no arrow, so this is out. Now look at the image very carefully. There is a gap between the arrows are not touching their what we call both the arrows are not touching the tail of the arrow and the head also. All the four arrows are separated in all the four images. So here you can see in option number B, the head and the tail are touching of each and every arrow. So that's why this is wrong. In option number A and D we are left with, but here we will see for the orientation, the direction of the arrow. See, just start with this part. Here you have upward, here you have downward, again you have upward, then you have downward. So this one will be obviously upward. Okay, so both are similar in A and D. So where's the difference? Difference is with this one. Okay. So here you was having an upward, downward arrow, upward arrow. Now here you will have a downward arrow. Five arrows, but it will be downward. So see, in option D you have a downward arrow. Okay, that's why D is your correct answer. So the next question is, identify the number of surfaces in the given 3D object. A 3D object has been given to you. You have to identify the number of surfaces. So have a look at the 3D of this object. This is the upper part. This is the bottom part. Now this is the front one. So before counting the number of surface, you can start from top to bottom or from left to right or from front to the back. So we will start counting it. Like first we will look for the horizontal element or vertical element, and thereby you have to all something you have to imagine about any 3D figure given to it. Like it may be possible that student may skip this part, this inner yellow part, or they may most of the time they skip the bottom part to count the bottom part of any 3D figure. So don't confuse and don't skip to count the surfaces. You have to be very careful for these questions. So the first one is uh, okay, let's count from this side. This is your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Intermediate you have 4, so 9. The bottom one 10. Done with this part. This one will be your 11. This is your 12, 13. So in total you will be having 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. Okay, so in total we will be having 13 number of surfaces. Here it is wrong mentioned 9, it will be total of 13. Wait. So in this figure, the question figure shows the 3D view of an object. Identify the view of the object looking in the direction of the arrow. So a 3D view is given to you and you have to look in the direction of the arrow. So this arrow is basically the front elevation. Now look into the image. So in this way you will get your front elevation. Fine. Now see the options given to you. So first of all, what you have to do, you have to neglect the options which can't be possible. Now look, if you look on all these four options, here you can see that it is only representing this part of the elevation. They are not showing the back part, this one and this one. So that's why option D is wrong. But in option C, they have represented only one smaller part, this one. They have not represented this one, the above one. That's why C is also wrong. In B, what they have done, they have only represented the upper part, so not the lower one. So this is also neglected. Next we have in option number A, you can see they have correctly positioned the two of the boxes which are at the back, as you can see in the image. See how it is getting transformed. So that's why option A is your correct answer. The 3D figure shows the view of an object. Identify the correct view looking in the direction of the arrow. Okay, again you have to look in the direction of the arrow and identify the features. See, the most important part of this one is, see, every image has this rectangular part in its left, and at the bottom they will also having a rectangular section in the elevation. But in option number D, they have drawn a line. So there's not possibility of getting any line over here because the surface is at same level. See in the image, in the video you can see we are transforming it. So there is no line, nothing. It is a complete surface. There is no level difference. See, that's why no line will come over here. That's why option D is wrong. Now we are left with A, B and C. So in A, B and C, there is a difference of this one. See, you will get to see this part very clearly, and this one also. Both are at same level. But here at the second level, this is a complete part. Though there is a level difference. This part and this part has a level difference. See, this one and this inclined one is a level difference between. That's why we will get to see a single line over here, as you can see in the video. We are getting to see a single line over here. Okay, so for this reason option B is wrong. Now we are left with A and C. So A and C, you can see there's a minor difference of this triangle. This triangle and this triangle. Also this part. This part. What they are doing? They are chamfering it from there, here only. Okay. They are chamfering it from here. But this is not possible because this part is straight, then only it is getting making the hypotenuse of this triangle from this corner end. See, from this corner end. That's why in the elevation also we will get to see a straight line over here, then an inclined line, as you can see in the image, in this way. Okay, so option number A will be your correct answer, not the C. It is wrong marked. So option A will be your correct answer. Next question is, choose the correct option from the given figures which complete the sequence. Again, you have to observe the sequence of the pattern which is given to you in the question. Now look at the sequence which is given to you. So what it is doing, see these two parts, okay, totally it is divided into the 8 parts, as you can see above 4 parts, below you have 4 parts, to total 8 parts. See, these two parts are shaded. Next, what they are doing, they are skipping one triangle and again shading this part, and vice versa, they are skipping this triangle and again shading this part. This is the opposite ones by leaving one triangle. Okay, this one also you can see they are leaving this part and shading the this one and this one. Now the fourth one, as they are moving in the clockwise direction, please observe the movement, clock or anti-clockwise. So they are moving in clockwise. So this time what they will do, they will skip this part and shade this one, and the opposite one is this one. So these two triangles will be shaded. Now in the question given to you, find out which is the right one. See, option number B, this part is shaded and this one is shaded. The options are given very simple because see, both these triangles are not opposite to each other, neither in case option number A, not in option number C. These both are almost um, similar to each other. And here also they are not opposite to each other. So for this reason only we can neglect the A, C and D, and the B will be our right answer. Next, here also the question figure shows the 3D view of an object and you have to identify the correct view looking in the direction of the arrow. So this is quite tricky one. Okay, now look, if you will look in the direction, so first of all you will get to see this complete heart shape of structure very clearly. But see, in the option number B, what he's doing is they are creating eaves. They are projecting this upper part. So there is no projection first of all. That's why B is wrong. Now we are left with A, C and D. Now see, what's the difference between? You have to find out the basic difference, then search it out in the question figure which is given to you. But start looking with the options. So in A, C and D, see there is a baseline, this baseline which you will get to see. Okay, but in C and D you have no baselines, but in the question you have given a line, so this baseline you will completely get to see in the image. Also there are some more differences, like see, this back one, this cuboid part is not touching the edge of the bottom square plate, but here they are touching the bottom. So this reasons is making the option number C out of it. Okay, now look into the image. So in this way it is we are getting the elevation of this 3D object. The same question figure is given to you, but here what you have to do, you have to look in the direction of the arrow, and the direction of the arrow is from the top. So in the top, looking in the top, obviously in the left hand side you will get to see this frame of this rectangular flame. Okay, but see in option number A and B it is in leftmost side, but in C what they have done, they have bring it into the center. So this is not possible. In D also they have bring it into the center, not in the leftmost side. So that's why C and D is wrong. We are left with A and B. Now look, this part, this one and this slant part. Obviously, the width of this one is less than when you will calculate, when you will find out the width of this one. So it is quite normal, possible that when you will look from upward, so this width will be less than this part. But here, what they have done, they have vice versa. That's why B is wrong and A is correct. Now look into the figure. Okay. See, as I was telling to you, this part is of less width than this one. So in the top also you will get to see the width of this part, this purple part less with this yellow part. Okay, as you can observe. Also I was talking about the leftmost side. You will get to see this rectangular shape. Okay. Here also you have to count out the number of surfaces. Okay, let's start. So in top this purple 1, 2, 3. Now this orange one 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now blue one 9, 10, 11. Here also will be having 12, 13 this side, and the bottom one will be your 15. See, this there is also bottom white part. Here also you have. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This white 12. Here you have 13. This side you have 14 and the bottom will be your 15. Okay, so total 15 number of surfaces you will get to see in this 3D one. So this is the top view, this is the left, this is the back, this is again we are coming to the front. Now this is your top part, this is your bottom part. Okay, so in this way you have to imagine any shape in your mind before answering any uh, surface figure questions. Again you have to imagine its elevation by looking in the direction of the arrow. Fine. C in option number A, B, C and D. So how they are different from each other? You have to first find out this one. See, in option number D, they have not marked this big window which is over here in this house. That's why D is out. The option D can be neglected. Now let's see A, B and C. Then option number B, they have not marked this roof line, this one. That's why B is also out. Now we are left with A and D. Now look, option number A has a minor, okay, A has a minor error. So error is what? See, this facade is touching the edge of this base, but this line is at some distance. It should be like this, on a single line, because they both are at same level. Look into the image. See, as I was saying about, they both are in same line, so it will you will be shown a single complete line because it is touching the edge of the square base. But here what they have done, they have left some space, so that's why option A is wrong and option number C is your correct answer. Same as for you this cuboid part, as you can see there's also some space, but see they have made it on single line, so this is wrong. There will be some space, as you can see in the image. See, there is some space left in between, and here they both are in same line, so we will get to see this part also in same line. Again, this time you have to look from the top. So looking from the top, now look at the options given to you, A, B, C and D. Where there is a difference, there is difference of this roof. As you can see, you will most of the time student will get confused and they will only see this part and they will imagine that somewhat it will be looking like this, but no, this is a roof, complete roof. See, when we are looking it from the top, see, this was a roof. Looking it from the top, we are getting to see these three lines. These three lines, 1, 2 and 3 lines of the roofs. Okay, fine, 1, 2 and 3 lines. So in option number A only you have these 3 lines of the roof. In B they have eliminated. In the C also they have not marked this line. D also they have not marked this line. So that's why option A is your right answer. Next, again same figure, but you have to find out the top view of it. As I said earlier, you have to start eliminating the options. So looking at the A, B, C and D. In C, see they have not marked this one. This cutout part. They have made a complete rectangles. But we have cutout parts over here. That's why C is out. And we have two cutouts, 1 and 2. Here also you have 2, but see there is a line. But here you will get to see no line because there is no line in between. Let's see into this video. See, as I was saying that there is no line. This is a complete surface, one single surface, and you will get to see no line over here when you look from the top. But in option number A they have marked a line. That's why A is also wrong. So D is already wrong, and the B, C, they have not marked this one part, this cutout. They have only marked the bottom one and with a line. So this is also wrong, and the correct is only option number D. See, as you can see in the image, how it is getting transformed. Okay. Again, you have to count the total number of surface. So let's start from the top. See this blue part. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fine. Now we will count the orange one. This one was 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry. Blue we have 4. Okay. Orange we have 5, 6 and 7. Pink we have 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Till 11 we have this one will be having our 12 this side 13, and the bottom will be our 14. See, we are rotating it into the right hand side. This is the part which I was counting in the 13, this white part, this 12th, and this is your top and this is your bottom. This white part I was counting in the 14 number. Fine. Okay, so the answer is 14. So this is your next question, in which you have to identify the mirror image of the question figure amongst the 4 answers with respect to P. First of all, please read the question very carefully, that they are asking about the mirror image or water image, and if they have given access to you, like access given to you is PP, so it's good. Now look at this access very carefully. Now start eliminating the option. You have to find out the mirror image. Okay, fine. So as a mirror image, the one which is in the front you will get to see over here, like this part. It will be something like this. Okay. This will be a front part. Here you will get to see this line I am making. Okay. This will be somewhat over here, and this smaller triangle will come over here. Sorry, smaller square this way, and this line, this is in this direction, so we will get it in this direction. So where you have these A, okay, A can be correct, B can be correct, but here the direction is different. Okay, so the C and D can't be right, and also this one is correct. Okay, we are left with A and B only. Now look over here, you have your main element. So when you will draw the mirror image of this one, it will be like this. Okay, so the option number B is your correct and A is your wrong. Actually it would be like this, then it would be correct. There will be, here you have no line, but in option number A It is showing line. That's why A is wrong and B is your correct answer. Next question also, you have to identify the correct mirror image of the question image with respect to PP. Okay, again the axis is given to you. You have to identify the mirror image. So as you can see very carefully that 4 will be in the front. See, in all the 4 options 4 is given to you in the front, but here this is not a mirror image. That's why option number D is wrong. Okay, you will get to see 4 somewhat like this. Clear? Now look, we are left with 3 options. Now see, G is almost same everywhere. So don't look for G. Look E. E is not same. So E is different over here. This is written in correct way. This is not the mirror image. That's why this is wrong. Now look for the second options. Here E is similar and P is different. Here P is not a mirror image. Here P is your mirror image. That's why this is your correct answer. Next is, which of the answer figure fit best to the left side of the given question figure? Okay, a question figure is given to you. Now please read very carefully that you have to fit this option shapes into the right or to the left. What the question is saying to you, you have to fit best to the left side of the given question figure. Okay, means this side. This is the left side. Okay, so as you can see in the left side, this is your slant surface, a vertical and then a horizontal surface, where you will able to see this one. See, inclined, vertical, horizontal. Here also you have, but not in this way. They have made it wrong somewhat. Here also it is okay, fine. So this is wrong. A, B, and C. Now we will look for the bottom part. In bottom part also we have a key type of structure somewhat like this. Okay, this is smaller one. This is quite comparable with this one, but this is more bigger. So this is wrong. In option number A, C, they have only given one. Sorry. We are looking for the left direction. Okay, fine. So they have only given a one side of opening. So this is wrong. We need to have two. So this one and this one is your right answer. This one is will fit over here and this part will get fit over here. So that's why B is your right answer. So the next question is, in the question figure, the top, front and right side view is given. This is your top, this is your front and this is your right side view. Identify the most appropriate 3D view of the object from the answer figure. Now you have given with the top, front and the right side, and what you have to do, you have to identify the correct 3D figure. See, in the options given to you, so this part is your roundabout, something round. But see, in the top you have a sharp edge at every corner. Okay, that's why C can be neglected, but all the options have a sharp edges. Okay, fine. Next, you can find out any more major difference like okay, this part is also clear. Beside this, you have this one. Okay, here you can see this cutout. It is touching the edge, but see here the cutout is not touching the edge. That's why this one is wrong. Now we are left with these two images. Here you can see, if you will see this type of chamfered part from the top, you will get to see it somewhat like this in a triangular manner. But if you will see this one, like this circular part with this one, so the circular part will give you a quite circular type of shape than a triangular. That's why A is correct. See in the image, in the video you can observe this change, how A is getting correct. as I was saying about this part, this one, that this one is touching the edge, but in D you can see they are not touching this, so this is wrong. Now in A, B and C, this corner is having a smooth edge, but here you have a sharp edge in the plan given to you. That's why BC is wrong. And A and B, there's a difference with this one. As you can also identify it with your right side view. This is the, if you will see this cut down, so you will in the right side elevation of this. Okay, fine. See, if you are looking to the right side elevation of this, you will get to see it somewhat like this, as we are getting to see in the right side. But for this triangle, you will not get to see it somewhat like, you will get to see a triangular type of cutout in the elevation. So that's why option number A is your correct answer. Next, same question, but the direction of the arrow is getting changed. Now you have to find out the elevation from this direction. So first of all, find out the difference. See, here it is giving an semicircular cutout. This is not possible. There is no semicircular cutout like this from over here. So that's why C is wrong. We are left with A, B and D. See, in D there is nothing over here, but here we will get to see this partner in the elevation. So that's why D is wrong. And in the A and B, as you can see, option number A is your correct answer. Not D will be not your correct answer, because if you will like to see into this line, no line is over here. This is a complete curvy surface. So when you will look into the elevation, you will get to see a smooth surface, no lines, just like this. So that's why A is correct. Look. Okay. So option number A is your correct answer. Okay. Now the direction of arrow is getting changed and we are looking it from the left direction. So now look at the differences in A, B, C and D. So there is a basic difference of this line. So it is not possible. You will not get to see any line in this, but this is very clear. This F. F is forming in all the four images, but there is no line. In the elevation only, you will get to see only this inclined part. There will be no line. So D and A is neglected. Now we are left with B and C. So C in option number C, you have, they have nothing over here, but when you look into the image you will get to see this line and this part in the elevation. So that's why B is correct. Look in the video. Okay, great. Next question. See, we are moving from this direction. We are getting to see this part also in the elevation, but in C they have eliminated this part. Okay, so B is your right answer. Next question is, also you have to look in the direction of the arrow. So the A, B, C and D differs with this. They are not symbolizing this part. So that's why B is wrong. D is also wrong. We are left with A and C. See, this is also important. This you will get to see, but in option C there is no box over here. That's why A is correct. Now look in the video. Okay. So that's why option A is your correct answer. Okay, the question figure shows 3D view of an object. Identify the most appropriate top view of the given 3D object looking in the direction of an arrow from the given answer figure. See, this is your elevation. First of all, you can just by looking into the image, you can say this is not your plan. This is the elevation of this image. This is also an elevation given to you, because in the plan, this triangular part you will get to see only triangular at the top, but there's no triangle. This composition is only elevation. This is also elevation. This is also your elevation. So we are left with B and C. So what's the difference in B and C? Uh, just it is all about your orientation. See, as you will place it like this, if you will please look into it this direction. Okay, fine. See, if this box is over here, okay, this box, you will get to see this box, and in the right hand side you will get to see the triangle. But see, this triangle is in the left. This can be right if this one will be, this triangular part will be over here, but it is in the upper side, so it should be somewhat over here. But see here, they have changed the orientation. Okay, this time this is this side. Okay, now let's imagine and rotate it somewhat into the right direction. So after rotating into the right, so if this box will be over here, you will have this roof, 3 boxes. This cuboid will come over here, and in the right hand side you will get to see this triangle. So that's why option B is your correct. Look into the video. As I was saying about the orientation, see, this was C option orientation, in which it should be at the top, but in the C they are given into the bottom, so that's why this is wrong. Fine. Next question is the same question, but you have to count the number of surfaces. Okay, so let's start. First count with the blue ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 and 25. Total we will have 25. Now just look into this image, how the whole 3D figure is, and this is the right part, this is the back part, again our front part, this is your top, and this is your bottom. So you have to count every number of surface. Like you can start it like this. Suppose this is your square base. Okay, it will be having total number of surface of sides 4, 5 and 6. Okay, this will be having 6. Come to this one. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This one 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Done. 21, 23, 24, 25. Okay, so this part all together become 25 number of total surfaces. Now you have to look for the direction of the arrow. See, in this question what they have given, you have to find out the elevation, but they have given you two plans. See, these two are plans, so this is wrong. And this elevation, what they have done, they have this bottom part, they have inverted it like vertically. That's why this is also wrong, and the option number A will be your correct answer. Now look, this part, this one, you are getting to see it over here. This top part is over here, this one is over here, and this roof one, this, and this triangular you will get to see only one facade of it, and this is the correct one. Okay, now look into this video. Okay, next is again we have to count the number of surfaces. Okay, so start from right to left. I would prefer to start from right to left in this, or you can start in any way, but start sequentially from up to down, down to right. So now look into this image. The first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, back one, and the 15, this one. Okay, top part and the bottom part. Clear? Or start, suppose we are starting from the side part, like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Okay, 13 and 14. Next one is 0 15. So now this time we are covering the planning part. So let's get started. Okay, so the first question is GIS as a tool used for spatial connectedness for. So the GIS is a tool. This is which full form is Geographical Information System. So is a tool used for the spatial connectedness for the topology. So when we talk about the options given to you is topography, ecology, climatology. So what is topography? So this is the topography. So what it is a detailed map of the surface. This is a map in which you will get the detail of the surface, in which you will get to see the features. So features like what? See, you are getting the contours, you are getting to see the road, transit lines, the water features, the forest area. So these are the features which you will get to see in the topography, which are the features of the land. Next term is your topiary. This is also an important term. It means the pruning of tree to give a particular shape or form. See, the pruning of tree is by pruning this tree, you are getting to see the shape of an elephant. Here you have giraffe. So this practice of this can be mostly seen in garden. So this practice is known as your topiary. So spatial word means place. This is important in planning, and temporal with time. Next is you have tomography. So tomography is a medical term. Don't use it in planning term. It is not used in planning term. Tomography means something which is related to medical term. And topology refers to the relation between spatial feature or object. So topology refers to the relation between the spatial features or the object. So for the spatial connectedness, as question is saying about, so the correct answer is your topology. Next is you have your smart city scheme has been launched in which year? So the smart city scheme has been launched in the year 2015, in which the smart city was like for the smart mobility, smart living, smart governance, smart environment, smart economy and the smart people. So this is not that important for you. The important is under the smart city mission we have 100 smart cities. Okay, and the objective was to integrate city functions. Okay, to combine or to integrate the city function, utilize scarce resources more efficiently. The resources which is in scarce, to utilize it more efficiently, to improve the quality of the living and to improve safety and security. So this was the smart city mission. So which next question is, with reference to the area, which one among the following is the largest? Okay, so the different plans are given to you: zonal plan, master plan, regional plan and the layout plan. You have to find out that in which plan is the largest, means covering the more number of area. So at the top we have our perspective plan, under which see regional plan and development plan. Regional plan can development plan. Further on, development plan has your local area plan and special purpose plan. And at the bottom you have your annual plan for every year. So the top one is your regional plan when we talk about a complete region. Next is a two statements are given to you. You have to find out which is true, which is false. So the full form of NFDB is National Fisheries Development Board. The full form of NFDB is National Forest Development Board. Okay. So the full form of NFDB is National Fisheries Development Board, NFDB, and it was established in 2006. Okay. So what was the aim? To enhance fish production. This board was set up by the Department of Fisheries, Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairy by the Government of India, and its aim was to enhance the fish production and productivity in the country and to coordinate fishery development. So it was overall uh, for the fish production and its development. This board was set up, and the full form of it is National Fisheries Development Board. Next is you have the Gandhian plan was presented by. So the Gandhian plan was presented by Shriman Narayan Agarwal. So what was Gandhian plan? So Gandhian plan was something related to the Mahatma Gandhi philosophy, in which emphasis was put on the expansion of small unit production and agriculture. So agriculture is the main source of primary source of economy. So it was for the expansion of the small unit productions and expansion of the agriculture system. So this was somewhat in your Gandhian plan, so which was prepared by Shriman Narayan Agarwal. Next question you have, in urban land development, the model of sector theory was proposed by. So sector theory, as you can see, this is your sector theory model which was proposed by Homer Hoyt. So what he did, he placed the CBDs, the central business districts, the economical hub of the city, in the center. After that, in radially he has placed the factories or industries, and beside, or you can see in the periphery or in the between of those factories, he has placed the low class residents, so that they may get their source of economy by working in those industries or factories. Then what he did, the middle class men somewhat at some distance from the industry, so they may not get their quality of life disturbed. Then they have their high class residential. High class residential is placed in between the middle class, so that they may get service from the middle class families and all that. So this is your sector model by the Homer Hoyt. Who was the first deputy chairman of Planning Commission? So Guljari Lal Nanda was the first deputy chairman of the Planning Commission of India. This is the image of the Guljari Lal Nanda, who was the chairman of Planning Commission. Next question is, Grand Innovation Challenge was launched by. So some innovations for the development. So it was launched by the Niti Aayog. The important thing is the full form of Niti, National Institution for Transforming India. So this is your Niti Aayog, and it was set up for the to set up some innovation to face some innovation challenges. Next question is, who is the father of Indian planning? So the father of Indian planning is M. Vishwaraha, Sir M. Vishwarahi. So who he was? He was an engineer, statesman and a scholar, and he is also known as the father of the Indian planning. Next is, this type of question is very important, in which in the master plan. So in every master plan, some zones are represented by red, some are represented by yellow, purple, blue, green, black. So every zone has a meaning, or every zone has a land use, that on that land what type of work is going, or that land is used for what purpose. Like some land is used for residential purpose, some are used for commercial, some are used for industrial purpose, some are used for agriculture, some are used for transportation purpose. So every land in a master plan or any city has its own use. So those uses are symbolized by colors. So for the yellow color, we used to represent residential color. For other land use, you have given red, purple for institutional blue, parks for green color, infrastructure utilities gray color. So these are some color codes for the land use. Again, question is asking about that for the industrial, which land use is used for industrial is purple. This one. The next question is, the book Image of the City is written by. So it was written by Kevin Lynch. So in which he is talking about the 5 major points which makes the image of the city. The first one is a path, node, landmark, edge, and distinct. Path means the direction in which you are moving. Node is the point of intersection. Landmark is something which is a distinctive feature or building or sculpture. Edge, when we talk about the boundary of any city. Districts talk about some similar kind of feature or characteristics of any build of any city. So these are five elements of Kelvin Lange in the book, The Image of the City, which he has covered. That is your path, node, landmark, edge, and district. So in next question, this is also the match the following type of question, in which option number A, you have given the carpet area, super built up area, setback area, and the plinth area with its definition given to you. Now first of all, what is carpet area? As you can see in the image, this is the layout plan of any building, okay? And the green area, this green area, suppose this is your kitchen, toilet, bedroom, living area, balcony, and this is your lift area, this is your corridor, and this is your staircase. So your carpet area is your actual usable area. Suppose you are residing in this building, so these area only you will be using the most, like area under your dwelling unit, which is your living, kitchen area, toilet area, bedroom area, or your balcony area. The corridor area is your common area. So, carpet area refers to actual usable space within a property, excluding the thickness of the wall. So, we are not considering the thickness of the wall. This is your wall. So, when you talk about only the usable area, the floor area, so this is your carpet area. So, the option number A is your usable area. Carpet area is your usable area. Next is you have your built up area. So the built up area is your wall area plus your carpet area makes your built up area. See, earlier we were seeing only this green. Now we are considering this green part plus this thickness of the wall. So this complete area makes our built up area. Okay. So built up area meaning is the total area of the property including the carpet area, wall, balconies and other areas such as corridor, lobbies, etc. Fine. So this was your built up area. The next term you have is your super built up area. So super built up area is further on your built up area plus your common area. So what was built up? Built up was your carpet area plus your wall thickness, and super built up is built up plus your common area. So these are your common area: lift, corridor and staircase. This is your common area. So the combination of built up and common area makes your super built up area. So super built up area, we have built up area plus proportionate area of common area. Fine. Next we have our setbacks. See, setbacks, suppose this is your plot line and this is your building line. Fine. The setbacks can be explained as the minimum open space required around any building or a structure. So this is your front open space. This side might be having your road. This is your side open space and this is your rear, means at the back. So setbacks are required at the front, rear and sides of building, and the specification vary from one area to another. Specification varies like somewhere the distance, the front setback distance varies as per the area. Okay, next term is your plinth area. So plinth area is the built up area measured at the floor level of the basement of any story. So your total built up area is when we consider the built up area of ground first, matlab, how many floor building it will be. So built up area will be the addition of all those area like ground, first floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor. But when we talk about the plinth area, so plinth area only covers your ground floor area. See, plinth area only covers the built up area of your ground floor, not the first and second. Plinth is only when we talk about the ground floor area. So built up area is the built up area measured at the floor level of the basement of any story. One of the terms that define the size of a residential or commercial property is plinth area. So this is your carpet area, this green one, super super area, mean this super built up area, this complete one, okay, and the built up area, this one, and carpet area only this green part. Next is you have given the name of the cities like Kolkata, Delhi, Chandigarh and Varanasi, and you have to match it out like the planning of the cities in which pattern, like radial, linear, organic or gridiron pattern. So the first one is when we talk about the Kolkata. So this is the map of Kolkata. So it is basically linear city. The reason most of the time the reason for the settlement of linear city is a river or any water bodies passing in between, like this is your Hooghly river which is passing from your Kolkata. So the linear cities urban development formed and developing along an axis. So when linear city forms, it always forms along an axis. Axis is usually transport artery and other communication of transport and engineering infrastructure. Fine. Linear city is free to grow on both sides. See, in linear city growth, you have no restrictions like this can grow in this direction also and from this direction also. Fine. So linear city has growth expansion scope in both in the top and in the bottom part also. Next is you have your grid plan. So the grid plan or the grid street plan or grid iron plan is a type of city plan in which street run at right angle, like streets are running at right angle. So you will be having some vertical line and also you will be having some horizontal lines. Okay, so this is your grid plan when roads or any plots are divided 90 degree to each other. So cities like your Chandigarh, New York City and Tokyo, Barcelona and the Back Bay of Boston. So these are some examples of the cities which are designed in the grid iron pattern. So Kolkata is your linear, Chandigarh is your grid iron pattern. Now looking for the radial city pattern. In the radial city pattern, inner outer ring road linked by radiating road. Okay, see, these are your radial roads that from center it is getting radiated like this. And what is written? Inner outer ring road linked by radiating road. So these roads are linked together. In this manner, the whole radial system forms. So, uh, so this was the features of the radial. In the core has the business area. So in the core you have your business area. Industrial area interseparate within the residential, and the peripheral has your green belts. Okay. So this was your radial city pattern. So the Delhi has your radial city pattern. So this is the map of the Delhi. As you can see, the radial roads radiating from the center, and how these roads are getting interconnected at the outer ring roads. Next is you have your Varanasi. So Varanasi has organic city planning type. See, as you can see, this is Varanasi. So in organic city planning, it is very organic. It is not planned, or it is not designed, it is not composed. The one which gets settled down or designed by itself as the time passes. So majorly when we talk about any historic cities like Varanasi, Dwarka, these kind of cities, you will get to see the organic type of planning. So the next question is, in which year the Hriday was launched? So what was Hriday? Hriday was a scheme whose full form is Heritage City Development and Augmentation Yojana. So the National Heritage City Development and Augmentation Yojana, it was launched on 21st of January 2015, and this scheme was implemented in India in total of 12 cities, in which one was Ajmer, Amravati, Amritsar, Badami, Dwarka, Gaya, Kanchipuram, Vilankani, Mathura and Varanasi. So basically this scheme was launched in those heritage cities. So these are the list of those heritage cities in Puri and the Warangal also, and it was launched in the year 2015. Next is a type of plan is given to you, and the question is asking about that which type of plan is this. So this is your Chaturmukha. So now we will see all the type of planning system one by one. So let's start with the Chaturmukha. So as the name symbolizes, four gates or Chaturmukha. So type of plan is applicable to all towns starting from the largest town to the smallest villages. Okay. The site may be either square or rectangle. So this is important. The Chaturmukha, the sites may be in the square pattern or in the rectangular pattern. The town is laid out east to west lengthwise. In the lengthwise, the town is laid down from east to west with four main streets. So these are your four main streets: 1, 2, 3 and 4. The temple of the presiding deity will be always at the center, and the temple they used to place in the center, and from that focusing as a center point, they used to radiate the four streets and the four directions. Next you have Dandaka. So Dandaka is small village. It will be also in square, and gates will be in all sides. Next you have Sarvatobhadra, Nandyavarta, Padma. So it is basically in a lotus shape, petal shape. Swastika, you will get to see a swastik type of some layout. Parastara, you will get to see a larger plots with smaller plots. Karmukha, actually it is in bow shape. Chaturmukha, as you were saying, four directions. So these are some of your planning shapes. You can go for more detail, you can go through this. The Roman Forum is also referred as, so the Roman Forum is also referred to as your marketplace, because Roman Forum, most important forum in ancient Rome, situated on low ground between the Palatine and the Capitoline Hills. So basically the Roman Forum was used as a place for the public meeting, courts. Also you can see the shops and the open air markets are found on the side of it. So this all makes the composition of some gathering kind of spaces, meeting places, marketplaces. So this was the Roman Forum. At that time this place was having these functions. Next question you have, if all the directions are changed in the manner that north becomes south and vice versa, then northwest will be. So if north becomes your south, you have to flip out everything. See, in here I have done it. North becomes your south. North will come the bottom, south will go at the top, east will come to your left side, and west will go to your right side. And also northwest, which is over here, this will get converted with the southeast. So the question is saying about then northwest will be. Okay, so this is your northwest. So northwest will be your southeast, the one which is opposite to it, southeast. So this is your southeast. So the correct answer is southeast. Next question is, Inspector Shyam started from police station on inspection. So there was a story, this is just a storyline. This was Inspector Shyam started from a police station on inspection. So just imagine this is police station. After traveling straight for a distance of 4 kilometers. So he traveled for a distance of 4 kilometers. He turned left. Okay, he is turning left for market and traveled distance of 600 meter. Please look for the units. Here it is mentioned in kilometer, then he is going for the meters. So it will be 0.6 kilometer. He now turned left again and traveled straight for another 200 meters. So this is your 0.2 kilometer. Then he turned left. This is your left. Straight for 600 meters. 0.6 kilometer. How far is Shyam from police station? So we reached at this location. Okay, and this location he is having his police station. So now how far he is from his police station? So this distance is, suppose from here to here, this distance is 4 kilometer and this distance is 0.2 kilometer. So we will subtract the 4 kilometer from the 0.2 kilometer and we will get the answer, which is equal to 3.8 kilometer. The highest body which approves 5-year plan of India is. So the highest body which is approving the plans, like plans for the India, for the development, for the progress, whatever plan is proposed. So those 5-year plan is approved by the National Development Council. Only remember the name, the National Development Council, NDC, which is headed by the Prime Minister, with all chief minister and cabinet ministers are the final authority to approve the 5-year long policy. So any policy 5-year long is approved by the National Development Council, under which we have our prime minister, chief ministers and the cabinet ministers. Next is, in the given diagram, from A point to C point, this is your point A and this is your point C, how much you have to move? Okay, so the vertical and horizontal square grid is given to you with the difference of 10, like starting from the 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So how much is the distance? Well, when you will travel from the point A to the point C, so we will move horizontal, then we will move vertical for 20 units. So total we will be having our 30 units. Next question is, this is same question all, but here you have to move from the point C to the point B. So here 20 units vertically and 40 units horizontally. But here question is asking about which direction you have to move. Okay, so the direction which you have to move is your, suppose this is north, south, this is your east and west. So you have to move in here, you are moving in south east direction, somewhat over here you are coming to this direction. From, like earlier you was at this, at point C, now you are coming to point B, so you are moving in south east direction with respect to point C. Next question, with the reference to the diagram, choose the correct statement. Okay, so distance from B to D. Okay, so the statement is given to you. The distance from B to D, somewhere it is mentioned in the option that it is 20, 10, and B to C is 10 and B to D is 30. So the correct option is the distance from B to D is 30. See, 10 units vertically and 20 units horizontally. So total it is of 30. Next is what you have to do in the given diagram, northernmost point. So you have 4 points A, C, B and D, and you have to pick out the northernmost point. So the northernmost point is obviously option number A, which is in the northmost direction, because above it there is nothing. So this is in the northmost direction. So the correct answer is option number A. So here we are ending with our session. Thank you.